Hello everybody and welcome to week 10 of our exciting journey that follows the 2016 NFL season. Now, this is a big week for us and I want to just break down everything, so let's begin. Starting off with last week's performance, a lovely 8-5. And allow me to tell you, most of my losses I can work with. The divisional games, you can't trust them, nothing works. And the other two, Green Bay, that one shocked me a little bit, but give or take, whatever. And then Tennessee and San Diego, that game could have gone either way, honestly. But, alas, here we are now. Let's get into it. I am 75, 56, and 2 overall. And I'm looking pretty good. I'm not going to complain about those numbers, if I'm honest. But now, before we get into it, I want to break down Week 10. Now, when the schedule was released, I had Week 10 as my prioritized week. And allow me to break it down why I did. Starting out with the Thursday night game. Cleveland at Baltimore. Yeah, it's not that exciting, but Thursday is my birthday. And for those who do know, I am a Ravens fan. So I'm actually very excited. I didn't think the NFL would actually give me a Ravens game on my birthday. So, thanks the NFL. I know I don't think I ever recall asking for it, but hey, Ravens game. Yes, it's against the Browns, but I won't complain. Whatever. I'll just be very sad if we lose. Because I'm not counting Cleveland out. Yes, their 0-9 record speaks for itself, and the Browns are the Browns. But it's divisional games, and the Browns are always a pain. Especially to us Ravens. Yeah. Other second game, keep in mind, Nathan, our good old friend Nathan, his two favorite teams, the New Orleans Saints and Denver Broncos, they're facing each other this week. So, will be a lovely surprise for us, and see how it goes. Our good friend Christopher, his team, the Vikings, are going against Teddy's team, the Washington Redskins. So, that's always interesting. And then, of course, the two most dynamic Super Bowls, some would say ever, Dallas and Pittsburgh. And why that not is a primetime game beats the hell out of me. I think that's a stupid decision by whoever set up the schedule. Dallas at Pittsburgh, how is that not primetime? Do you not only go back the last 50 years and see not one, not two, but 3 Super Bowls between these two teams? I rest my case. Besides, who wants to watch Bengals and Giants on Monday night? Ew! And then the other dynamic Super Bowl, Sunday night. Good choice for primetime games, Seattle at New England. Super Bowl 49 rematch. Fantabulous week. It's probably going to be the most interesting week in general. But let's get into my picks for the week, shall we? Alright, first one is the most interesting game, and like I said, we break it down. What's going to sound exciting? Now, a lot of you might say Seattle at New England, like I pointed out. But Seattle, more or less, is on a downcline. And my frustration for Richard Sherman probably could not be expressed much more than the next guy, who also saw Monday's game against the Bills. Had to calm down before actually filming this episode, because it's very frustrating. Now, I did choose Seattle to win, and Seattle probably would have won without Richard Sherman's decisions. But that's still annoying, and screw the refs. Screw Seattle, screw the refs, screw Sherman, screw everyone. But I went with the other dynamic Super Bowl. Dallas at Pittsburgh. Again, I ask you, why is this not a primetime game? I'm moving that up to my top 5 jobs I want to do. The guy who decides the schedule. Because I will make you a good schedule for good games. I will do it. You watch me. You watch me. I will make a great schedule. Just give me all the games you got for next year. I'll make you a schedule. Hell, I'm going to do that next year just for you guys. I'm going to plan all the Sunday night games. What games should be on Sunday night? Monday night. Monday night and Thursday night too. I don't know. I'll try my best. Can't blame me. But I will do it. Alright. Breaking down this game. Dak Prescott, the rookie. Balling out like damn. And then Ezekiel Elliott over here. Brother is playing like he's going for league MVP. Not just Rookie of the Year. Screw that. League MVP. I could see it. I could see it. And a lot of people on these social medias say so, too. I mean, yes, we can address the fact that there are QBs balling out. Matt Ryan, Derek Carr, and a very underrated Matthew Stafford balling out as well. Okay, maybe he's not underrated, but keep in mind him for MVP too. If hell, the Lions win their division. Don't call me crazy on that. Detroit has a chance. Green Bay's playing like crap, and Washington's on a Minnesota's on a downhill streak. Watch out for Detroit. Watch out. And Pittsburgh over here is also playing not as good as they used to be. Yes, last week was a divisional away game to the Ravens, who've been a very difficult opponent for the Steelers to play. In fact, the Ravens have won 4 out of the last 4 times they played them, and 5 out of the last 6. Hey. No, Pittsburgh. You're not cool. Anywho, next game. Our next game is the, of course, the most close-scoring game. Now, it was hard for me to decide on some of these games because, you know, I've learned trust nothing, trust no one. Anything's predictable. So, I had a hard time choosing this one. So, I will go with what a lot of people may see an upset in the future, but Atlanta had Philadelphia. Now, here's why I say this. Philly is at home. Philly has a more or less good defense. Atlanta has a more or less decent defense as well. Their offense is playing really well. But Philadelphia's got a really good defense, which you should be careful of. Battle of the Birds is looking ever so interesting. And you never know. We never know. I predict this to be a close game. It's also in Philadelphia, which Philadelphia is one of those teams that can play well at home. Atlanta, more or less, on the away side, but you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm taking Atlanta to win this one as much as Philly, but that made no sense. You know what I mean. Atlanta wins it, but it's a close game. Final one, biggest blowout. I'll be honest, I had a hard time choosing biggest blowout for this one. Because I had a hard time trying to imagine, oh yeah, this team is going to destroy this team, no problemo. I'm staying away from divisional game when it comes to biggest blowout because I don't trust Team A in a division destroying Team B in a division. Like, you don't know how much I wanted to pick Ravens blowing out the Browns. I can't do that because A, it's divisional, and B, the Browns have been a pain in the Baltimore hindquarters forever. Houston and Jacksonville, stayed away from that. Can't trust it. And all these other divisional games I try to stay away from. Then, some of you are going to get on my case. Oh, why not Green Bay and Tennessee? Tennessee sucks, and Green Bay's like Green Bay. Green Bay's been sucking lately. Say what you want, but Green Bay has been sucking lately. I don't know. Tennessee could play trickery here. I expect Tennessee to give Green Bay troubles. Call me out in the comment section if you gladly want to. But I'm predicting it. Tennessee, I'm not going to say Tennessee will win. I'd be happy if they win, because I do like Tennessee. They're one of my top 5 favorite teams, but I don't see it against Green Bay. So I went with Chicago at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay blowing out Chicago. And the main reason I say that is I don't trust Chicago as a team. Yes, you got Jay Cutler back, and yes, you take care of the Vikings, no problemo, then head into your bye week feeling all good about yourself. Well, the Vikings, you gotta understand, they're not the best team in the NFC. They have a great defense, but their offense, Sam Bradford can only do so much, and he's not even that good of a QB. They have no run game. Their O-line's crap. And you can only do so much with a second-year receiver who's played decently in his rookie year. Some other receivers that none of us have really heard about. Kyle Rudolph's a good tight end, don't get me wrong. But Minnesota, not the team everyone thinks they are. Especially after losing 3 now in a row. Bears, Lions, and I can't remember the third team they lost to. Oh, Eagles. But yeah. Tampa Bay, I'm expecting to do good things against a crappy Bears defense. I'm going to expect Mike Evans to get double the fantasy points he got last week for me. Yes, I know that's impossible, but I can dream. I can dream. Because it also pisses Sean off that I have him, and he's been trying to beg me to trade him. I'm like, hey, Matt Ryan and Melvin Gordon. And he's like, and he gives me 2 birds. And not the Atlanta and Philadelphia birds. But yeah. And that's all. Here are the Week 10 picks. Like I said, Ravens over Browns. I can't trust the Browns, but I feel like we can get this win. Panthers over Chiefs. Chiefs, I feel, are overrated by everyone. And they do good, but then they don't go anywhere. They're like the Bengals. Flashy. Don't do anything. Yes, you beat the Texans last year in the playoffs 30-0. But the Texans suck last year. And more or less suck this year. I don't trust the Chiefs. I do trust Carolina. Yes, they had a rough start, but they'll come back. I have faith. Texans over Jags. Broncos over Saints. I'm going to say that's going to be a high-scoring game. Rams over Jets annoyed me because I could not legitimately pick a winner between the two. I almost wanted to just say they're going to tie. But I'm doubtful that will happen. But then again, anything's possible these days. Falcons over Eagles, Bucks over Bears, Packers over Titans. I trust the Vikings to get back on track over the Redskins. The 2 subpar teams, the Chargers and Miami, I'm going to take San Diego. Mainly because they are the home team. And I don't trust Miami at all. Cardinals over Niners, Cowboys over Steelers. Yes. Pittsburgh's trying to come back. Dallas is on a roll. Yes, they can afford to lose this, but they're not gonna. Give Steelers a bigger hole. Giving the Ravens a boost. No, I didn't pick them for that. But yeah, I trust Dallas to do decent against the subpar Pittsburgh defense. Pats over Seahawks, Super Bowl 49 rematch. Same outcome practically. Who wants to bet there's going to be a play where Seattle throws on the 1-yard line? Anyone? Anyone want to take me up on this? No? Okay. And then I'm going to say the Giants will take over Cincinnati. Mainly because Cincinnati sucks. And I'm not a butthurt Ravens fan saying they suck. I'm saying they suck. You tied with the Redskins. The Redskins are not that good. Yes, the Ravens lost to the Redskins, but the Ravens lost that game. Just to themselves. The Redskins didn't do crap. No, I trust the Giants more. If Eli Manning doesn't throw so many interceptions. That is all for that. Super Bowl 51 prediction. Again, nothing's changed. New England versus Dallas. Now, here's what I will say here, because we're practically in that halfway area. Teams that can challenge us. Again, right now with New England. I said this last week, I think. I don't remember. Denver, Oakland, Pittsburgh, maybe. Other than that, I don't really see anyone challenging them. For Dallas, I don't trust Seattle. Seattle might make a playoff push, but I don't trust them in the Super Bowl contender right now. Cardinals, if they can get back on the right track, but I don't see that happening. No one else from the NFC East, period. I don't care how good the Giants are going to do. Nope. Green Bay and Minnesota, hard to predict. Hard to predict, and it's annoying me that it's hard to predict them. Carolina, I think they've dug themselves too deep, but who knows? Who knows? Yep, that's all that, and I'll even let you get to view the league again. Me beating Chris, what was going to look like a doomsday for me. Thank you, Mike Evans, for being Mike Evans, and LeSean McCoy for being LeSean McCoy. Jared beats Nathan in a nail-biter. Nathan down by 8 needs Stephen Hotchkiss to step up. Stephen Hotchkiss delivers like he does, but not with enough points to give Nathan that win. Giving Jared a 4-game win streak against basically the top 4 in this league of ours. Marcus beats Keith because Keith benches his players who are on bye and for whatever reason doesn't sub them for new people. And Sean beats James, with Sean yet again being the guy who scores the most points. Now, as you can see the rankings below, you can get an idea who the top 4 teams are. Myself, Sean, Nathan, and Keith. But now with Jared knocking on the door saying, hey, I started crappy, but I might be back. And James is just kind of in that middle. Chris and Mike are practically on pace to not make it, but hey, we still have plenty of games left. Still plenty of games. I believe we have 6 more weeks until our playoffs. So hey, there's enough room for either Chris and Micah to make a push for at least the 4th seed. Because top 4 in ours go to the playoffs for the winner. Bottom 4 have a loser's bracket, but whatever. And, of course, I play Nathan this week, so we'll see how far that goes. Sean plays Chris, so if Chris can get a win against Sean, Chris can bounce back up and delay Sean from going up. Jared plays Micah, so if Jared can get this win, he pushes Micah down farther. And hope for the best. And James plays Keith. Can James make a push? We'll see. That is everything from me this week. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in week 11. And hope my Ravens win for me. It's my birthday when they play. So please, Ravens, win. See you all in week 11. Good night.